From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They fake the handoff. Now Tua completes this to Elijah Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run good for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Number one, high. 32 stairs. Solo left Zion. Out.
Tua going to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Darnay Holmes. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Giants. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. Option handoff now to Achane. He is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Okay,
here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Go ahead.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Dolphins at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Buying time to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run for it with A-Chain. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A-Chain is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Tua going to try and run. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Throwing, Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
All right. Hey, come on, two. Come on, two. Come on, two.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go, hey.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Okay, here we go.
The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10. Tua now running right on the option. And power running here down the 6-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
But there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. You back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
On second down, here's Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
44.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll go to Barkley again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jamie Gillandale. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Nobody had more speed on offense last season than Miami, and Waddle might be the fastest player on that unit. Led the NFL with over 18 yards per catch and was in the top 10 in yards despite playing with an all-pro in Tyreek Hill.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. And they'll run here with A-Chain. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jalen Phillips getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But his linebacker's just having one of those days where everything he does is working. I think you got to get a running back in there to help block, double team him, do whatever. Because right now, he's having a ball. Multiple sacks in this one. That one, the quickest.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He dumps it off to A-Chain. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people say, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Yeah, ready.
2nd down and 6 now.
Watch it, Oscar.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Braxton Berrios. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And Sanders has it poked free. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go, hey.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Jones and that Giant offense looks like they're going to stay right there and go for 2.
Let's go.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short. And they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to...
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 50 yards. Now it's A-Chain headed right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua going to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 29 yards. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 156 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defense.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for the score.